Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched season 4 of Parks and Rec, and I was going through the other seasons as well, so I'm going to be watching the final episode, and I had actually read a little bit about what happens in Parks and Rec itself because it was mentioned in Yes Please, so kind of spoilery. But still very fulfilling nonetheless. But season 4 has the return of Dave, and I thought, well, yeah, sure. They kind of foreshadowed it a little bit when they were getting votes, and the relationship between Leslie and Ben develops more over time. It kind of makes me wonder what happened to Mark, because I don't think they ever had Mark in the show ever again. I think Mark was just a one-time character. At first I really shipped them hard because I thought that they would work out. I didn't think that she was a good match with Dave at all. I thought, yeah, Dave's a nice guy, but will it really be a long-term thing? And of course, my prediction is always right. And I definitely like season 4. I know the seasons get subsequently better. It seems like they do a little bit of recycling some storylines, but usually good sitcoms do this, and this one does it with Galentine's Day. And when had I forgotten, this is going to be a spoiler review, so sorry for that, but it's just too good. But Chris, he gets his heart broken by Millicent, which is Jerry's daughter. And we learned that Jerry's real name isn't really Jerry, but Gary, because somebody in the department got his name wrong. I thought, yeah, true to life. And since he had his name pronounced incorrectly, he just didn't ever want to correct him and just wanted to be kind of a doormat. And I thought, that's a very Jerry thing to do. And yet again, I'm brought back to Rick and Morty with the whole Jerry idea. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe they got their idea from Parks and Rec, because that whole idea of don't be a Jerry, I'm thinking it has its origins in Parks and Rec. I don't know if that's true. It might be, but it seems like it does, because Jerry seems to be this character. He can do nothing right. Everything bad happens to him. He's just kind of a lunk, and kind of a schmo. And you think, oh, you poor schmuck. But you can't help but not feel for the guy, even though you feel pity. I mean, if you don't really empathize for him or sympathize with him, you think, well, it's just the way things are. I mean, it's kind of cruel. And there's actually a little bit of schadenfreude that comes from the bad luck that he goes through. But he actually does do some things right in season 4, which is kind of paradoxical, and I really enjoyed that. I savored seeing that. I loved seeing Andy and April are the cutest things ever, and I'm gonna watch the final episode of season 7 to see how it ends. I know that, spoiler alert, I don't know what season that Ben and Leslie actually get married in, but of course Yes Please actually talks about it. So yeah, I'm very much aware that they get married. I'm like, oh, finally Leslie finds happiness, and it shows Pawnee in the near future. And actually a lot of the things that they forecast or predicted are not really that far off the mark, to be honest. Now we only have to get our flying cars. I hope we get our flying cars, but they're going to be expensive, needless to say. But it was another good season. The only thing I didn't like was just kind of a recycling of plot lines, even though it was a little bit different, because for the Galentine's Day episode, and I agree with Leslie, Galentine's Day should be national holidays as well as Treat Yourself, which Treat Yourself is actually one of my favorites of all the episodes. Another one I really, really like is End of the World with the Reasonableists. I thought, oh my God, it's Heaven's Gate and every cult rolled into one. And it's so funny. I almost want to say that about the Mormon religion, but I just, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I kind of think the Mormonism is a cult. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but oh yeah, it's a follow a talking cow. Well, the Bible has a talking donkey, and it actually the Spirit of God makes a donkey speak. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, strike me down. Please don't. But yeah, this coming from a Christian mouth, but. Yeah, that's in the Old Testament, but yeah, John Smith heard the voice of God through a cow. But anyway, it just seems like a cult to me, and we all know that what is it called? Scientism or whatever it is. That one's really weird. And yeah, a lot of those cults are like the reasonableists, and they predict the end of the world, and then it doesn't happen. Shock! But I'm not gonna say anything else about that, or else I might get flamed. I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus Christ. I have been baptized, but I am spiritual in the aspect that I believe that. Although I just said what I did about Mormons, I respect their religion, if you can call it that. And anybody can follow what they want to follow. It's a free country. So I really don't have that much else to say other than it's been a really good sitcom, and I've enjoyed it. The subsequent seasons get better and better. They had something in Indiana not too long ago, and I wish I had been there. I thought, oh, I wish I've gotten into Parks and Rec earlier, because now I could have had my chance. But maybe they'll have more things in the future with Parks and Rec kind of built into Indiana. I hope they do, because come on, Hollywood, we need you here. Come film here. They don't film here enough. They did with The Judge, but they did with Hoosiers. The only films that have really used are... They used other places in Maine, which that's not Indiana, but needless to say, the only two films that really have a lot of Hoosier lore or Hoosier locations are Hoosiers and The Judge. And I don't know if one does or not. I don't know. That's Schumacher, so no, that wouldn't. Nah, unfortunately, that wouldn't have anything to do with that, but. I just hope they do. I hope they have a movie that's more based in Indiana. That would it would do a lot for the tourists, the tourism here, and just build the economy, and we need it. But yeah, we're not all bad. We're not all boring. We have a lot of places to see. We have a lot of history. We got a lot of music. A lot of places to eat. 10th most obese state in the nation. Thank you very much. Still in yet, but I don't think that's changed. Because I remember Dad always saying that, and when when she says 4th in obesity, 4th in friendship, I just thought, maybe I had to laugh. I thought it's so true. But 4th in obesity, 1st in friendship was the motto, or the slogan, not the slogan, but the mantra. No. Yeah, the motto of Pawnee. But that's all I gotta say. So, till next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tutti.